Wood Nation bros and bros, what's going on, man? Look, y'all, this is Wood Jr. and I trust all as well. Man, yes, you gotta have a sweat rag here in Georgia, bros and bros, especially Savannah, Georgia, right? Bros and bros, let's just dive right in, right? So I'm gonna share with you guys my experience, what I did to prep for Sturgis, my 15-day trip to Sturgis, the whole nine from start to finish, right? Let's just jump right in with the finances because this is a big deal. If you are planning a trip to Sturgis, well, let me just talk about me and you can just kind of pick and choose and kind of go from there. So I knew that I was planning this trip for Sturgis, so I started approximately 6 months in advance to prep, right? So I took with me $5,300, right? The reason I took that much because I knew that normally when I do cross country, I like to have more than enough anyway, right? So that's one of the ways that I prep. Why 5,300? Why not two? Why not three? Because what I did is I looked at the many gas stops for one. I know I like to eat for two. And then put this in the comments below, guys. Do you guys like sharing a room with someone? I wouldn't say like, but do you prefer to share a hotel room with someone or prefer to get a hotel yourself? When I travel with the fellas, I've already let everyone know up front that respectfully, I'm not, sharing a room with anyone. That's just kind of how I am now. Early on in my motorcycle stages, I did share a room with different ones, and every roommate was a great person, by the way. But at the same time, I knew that as I, grew more mature in this motorcycle culture, man, I want that time for myself because I'm already on the road with these guys, with my bros, the broettes, or whomever. We're already bonding through riding, through eating, through conversation. When I'm in that room, I want to relax, and then I'm a YouTube, bro. Hang on one second. Did y'all know I was a YouTuber? No. So as a YouTuber, bros and bros, I like to pull out my laptop and I like to do some editing and some optimizing, etc. Well, I don't feel comfortable doing that and having a roommate and that roommate is trying to sleep, right? So now I feel like a little just like uncomfortable, and I don't know if they feel uncomfortable or not. So 5,300 is what I took with me because I knew that each hotel we would stop at, I wouldn't have to split the cost like the fellas did. See, all the fellas split the cost, to room with someone. They all had roommates. Well, I had my own room each stop. And each stop we did before we actually made it to South Dakota, I want to say we stayed in approximately 3 to 4 hotels before making it to Walls, South Dakota. So out of those 3 to 4 hotels, that was approximately $160 a night, right? So I'll let you guys do the math. So that's $160 a night for 4 nights. Then we stayed in Walls, South Dakota. That was another temporary hotel. We stayed there for, I think that was approximately 3 days. And then after 3 days, the first, which was Friday, August 1st, we all went to our main hotel. The hotel that I stayed in was the Country Inn Radisson, right? Which is in Rapid City. Pretty nice hotel, bros and bros. Now, each hotel, as I was sharing, leading up to Walls, South Dakota, was approximately $150, $160. The hotel in Walls, South Dakota was approximately $125 a night. Now, the hotel that I stayed in during the start of Sturgis, which is August 1st to August 9th, was, I paid a total of $1,900, okay? It's a lot, bros and bros. So you have to, I keep saying I'm talking about my experience. So what I had to focus on is my stay at each hotel individually, my gas for each stop, and of course, you guys know I like to eat, right? So not only that, I had to also prep for my, meal plan and the hotel time, right? And in South Dakota, approximately everything is 45 minutes to an hour from each destination. So you got 90 West, 90 East is one of your primary highways, and then you got your other different ones, etc. Not the fact to mention that I actually got lost, bros and bros, leaving Spearfish Canyon. When I made a right, I was actually supposed to make a left, and that led me an hour and a half to South Castle, Wyoming, or something like that. South Castle, Wyoming. I was like, oh my gosh, man. And listen, I know y'all can say, well, Wood Jr., it's good to get lost on your motorcycle. Use your GPS, bros and bros. I was starting to freak out a little bit because not only was I lost, my GPS on my phone wasn't working. So I used the GPS on my motorcycle, which that's always my last go-to. Well, then that stopped working. So now I'm on this long stretch in these back roads on this mountain, going up, going down with these curves. And you guys know that follow the channel how I am with these curves, right? Quick sidebar. So I know if you guys are like, what, Junior, if you like this with the curves, why do you do this? Bros and bros, it's simple. I love to continue to challenge myself. And when I challenge myself and overcome these challenges, bro, I feel good. I really feel good. So I really like overcoming challenges, right? But that moment, I didn't feel good. I was like, oh my gosh, where to go? I didn't see a gas station. I was, you know what I'm saying, low on fuel. I'm just like, oh my Lord. So I just, just kept riding. Good thing is, every now and then I would see another biker cross, you know what I'm saying, or go around because I wasn't going fast because I'm lost. So I'm, like a turtle. Well, finally made it to, I can't remember what the name of that gas station, but the young lady was like, yeah, if you hang a left, you can take it all the way to Custer State Park, and Custer State Park was another hour and a half from my current destination where I was. All to say, bros and bros, you're going to do a lot of riding. The final miles on my bike that I share with you guys are, let me just show you. It is, okay, 63,657. Hope you guys can see that. Do that again. 63,657. Now I started, technically I put 4,000 miles on my motorcycle, bros and bros, because I started this trip with my miles being at 58,000 going to 59,000, and then when I hit 59,000 shortly after thereof, I was 100 plus miles away from 60,000. So technically I did 4,000 whatever something miles. So that's 4,000 plus miles round trip, right? And excuse me, and if you guys followed the video, or for those who watched the video prior to this video, I reset the trip A and trip B at the hotel, at the Radisson Hotel, from my start destination to my end destination, which is home, which totaled 1,800 miles. Bros and bros, a trip like this, be prepared to ride. So I was prepared financially, brought, like I said, 5,300 with me. Now I got my bike maintenance before the trip, and you guys know, for those who follow the channel, I took it to Macon Harley Davidson, which did a phenomenal job. They actually picked up my motorcycle, bros and bros, twice. The first time they picked it up, and they picked it up while I was at work. So of course I went to go get the bike, and I knew there was some stiffness in the front, and I shared that with them. Took care of it 100%. So it was the neck bearing. So took care of the neck bearing, bros and broettes. Bike ran phenomenal. So no issues with my motorcycle. I got new tires, all 3-hole changes, meaning the oil change, transmission, and primary, I believe, and adjusted the neck bearings. What else was there? Yeah, so they, whatever needed to be done, I was like, let's just rock it out, right? So boom, my bike is good. Bros and broettes, I can't share this enough. When you do pre-maintenance on your bike, man, that helps you, and it also helps the people you're riding with. If you know there's something going on with your bike and you're going to chance it, that's not fair to everyone that you're riding with, bros and bros. Like, you have an opportunity to fix your bike, repair your bike, maintenance your bike, man, get it done, because these ain't no lightweight miles, bros and broettes. So to God be the glory for everyone who was asking. Equal did absolutely phenomenal, bro. No issues, no mechanical failures, none whatsoever. Now, my custom dynamic lights, I'm shifting here just a little bit. My custom dynamic lights, I was looking for custom dynamics everywhere at the rally. Well, like I said, a reliable source shared with me that Custom Dynamics do not set up at any of these or at the rally, Sturgis rally. And I kind of find that just kind of, I mean, allegedly, but if this is true, that's not cool, because I looked everywhere for them, because I needed to replace my plasma ride lights. Those are the long lights that I have in the very back there, right? So long story short, I was able to get those prepared thanks to the Harley Davidson Black Hills dealership. But if Custom Dynamics, if you guys aren't set up like at the rally, I would like to know why. Of course, I heard it may have been like light staff, or something of the matter of just don't have the time. I don't know, but that's the biggest rally in the world. That was 700,000 plus people. I don't understand why they didn't set up. But anywho, I was able to get my lights. That's just an FYI for you guys. And for those who selling custom dynamic product, they will not swap that out. You, just like they told me, you're gonna have to call Custom Dynamics. But if you go to a Harley dealership, hopefully they should have custom dynamic product and they're able to switch it out with you. If your lights are bad, you'll have to take a picture of the lights that's bad, just as I did, and send it to whoever is requesting it. Looks like we're about to get some rain, bros and bros. Let me hurry up. All right, so the total cost on my bike repair before the trip was $1,600, right? Now, I didn't take that $1,600 from my $5,300, no, because like I said, you just never know what might happen. So not only that, so I paid the $1,600 for my bike to get it repaired. That's why I had them to come pick it up a second time, because I'm like, bro, I paid all this money and I still feel some issues. But they got it right, everything's good. I was able to do my little leans, my turns with no stiffness. The bike ran phenomenal. 2 thumbs up to God be the glory. Even in that hot heat, bros and bros, most people, I hear that their bikes like shut off when the weather gets really hot. These M8 motors, bros and bros, these things are beasts. To God be the glory, bro. So I didn't run out of oil, but I still bought a quart of oil just in case. And when I saw that it was starting to get low, I just topped it off again, because once again, I'm doing a lot of riding. So $1,600 for the bike maintenance, for preventive maintenance, I should say. Let's see what else. Clothing, right? So you guys know, for those who follow the channel, I throw my clothes away or I donate my clothes, right? And it's not, those that I've already worn. Some of those clothes that I've already packed, I'll just leave that and go to Walmart and just buy a whole new set, because there's no need of me trying to bring my best dress. I knew for the majority of the time I would be riding. Now, if you go and get a hotel, like I said, the reason I got that Radisson, because, and that was a suite, I knew that after all that riding, I wanted to relax, and I didn't want any small quarters. But that's my preference, so everybody have their preference. Another thing I prepped for is my warranty. Now, I had discount ESP, but discount ESP, I wasn't fully, happy with our last conversation with my rubber mounts that I was looking for the person to come in to give the approval to get my rubber mounts on. But come to find out, I really don't actually need them, because I didn't feel any shakage or anything in the bike. Whatever they did with my neck bearings, it worked, bros and bros. So now I have Harley discount ESP, and I also did that before the trip as well. Now, when I got Harley discount, well, no, it's not Harley discount ESP, it's Harley's ESP. So I have Harley Davidson's ESP. Now, what they require, in order for that to go into effect, I had to put 300 miles on my bike. So if you get Harley's ESP, you have to put approximately 300 miles on your bike before it goes into effect. So I put the 300 miles on my bike, boom. So now, whatever happens, I have a 3-year warranty with Harley and my motorcycle. Now all I have to pay is the $50 deductible. I also, bros and broettes, have that on my wheels and tires, right? Now this is me being totally honest with you guys, because my channel, man, those who follow my channel or come to my channel, I want you guys to see the realness, the behind the scenes of everything. I was talking with a guy, man, at a dealership prior to the Sturgis trip, and he said, gosh, man, if I had $2,000, I'd love to ride with you guys. I wanted to tell this dude, bro, what do you think $2,000 is going to do? Maybe get you there, but it ain't going to get you there and back. Listen, $2,000 is just all gas. Like, I'm being totally honest, guys. This is a big boy trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have priorities in line to take this type of trip. Like, seriously, I would arguably say any trip, you should have your priorities in line, right? Preventive maintenance, finances, okay, or however you feel. If you want a room with someone, that's fine. If you want to have your own room like me, be prepared to pay more, right? But as I asked earlier, put in the comments if you guys like sharing a room with someone, or if you just prefer a room by yourself during your travel with hotels. What's another thing? Excuse me. Like I said, the bike performed well. I shared what you guys did mount. I took with me. Um, you're going to see some things you like. I mean, buy those things. And I was told by the fellas, which is a great idea, if you see something that you like and you end up buying multiple things, just mail it to your home address. So that's good versus trying to pack it in the bag and take it with you, etc. Um, you guys know I prefer straightaways. I do not agree with curves and turns, but as I shared earlier, I love to conquer my challenges, right? And man, it felt good, bros and broas. Now let's talk about Pikes Peak. Bro, if you're planning to do Pikes Peak, please, please, please understand what you will be committing to, right? It's 14,000 feet in elevation. And when you're at the top, you lose 40% of your oxygen, bros and broas. Like seriously, this is a big deal. It's fun, it's exciting, you know, it's on most people's bucket list, but it's also dangerous. And those mountains and those hills, they're very unforgiving. So just please be prepared for that, right? Um, with with the Sturgis trip, you know, South Dakota, Colorado, etc. Um, whatever your destination, and if majority of your roads are flat land and straight, you're going to go from that to majority curves, turns, switchbacks, pigtails, all of these other things. So make sure your confidence is there as well. The confidence in your skill, confidence in your riding. Because another thing, bros and bros, I observed within myself that I had to overcome was what's called target fixation. Target fixation, bros and bros. When I'm going around them curves and I'm getting it, and I see this big old truck coming, I'm like, ah! Bros and bros, I had to mentally reset and be like, okay, as long as they stay on their side and I'm on my side and I don't cross that yellow line, I'm good, right? I like what my guy Van said. He was like, bro, don't be scared. This is just road. That's all it is, just road. I was like, I like that. That's all it is road. That was a Van from North Carolina. He was like, that's all it is road. So all of those things just kind of added to my confidence, right? Now, bros and bros, that part of that video when we was midway in Pikes Peak and they were begging for me to get off my motorcycle, bro, not happening. Wasn't happening, bro. I was so like, uh, what was I wasn't comfortable. And I knew had I got off that bike, bro, I would have, listen, I would have just turned around and went right back down Pikes Peak. And I wouldn't have cared because I'm like, no, but I'm like, look, I'm halfway through. Let me see it all the way through. But I'm not going to get off my bike and sightsee. Like my spidey senses was going off like, is this a good idea? So, bro, I had a ball. And even getting to Pikes Peak, let me just share that. Even getting to Pikes Peak, there's so many sharp curves, not just curves, I mean sharp curves, bro. And it's like not like your 2-3 second curve. This is like a 10, 15. And you know, some people, the reason they have these accidents going around these curves is because in their mind this curve is about to straighten out, but you're still in that lane. You're like, this doesn't add up. So just be mindful of those things, man. Also just remember to have fun. I had to remind myself that, you know, not to be overtaken by, I wouldn't say so much as fear, overtaken by being overly cautious, but to remember to have fun along the way as well. Because, you know, I mean, it was a phenomenal time. I had a blast, bros and bros. I literally had a blast. I absolutely loved the ride. Riding with the fellas to each destination, learning things that I didn't know last time, completing destinations that I didn't complete last time because, you know, as I shared quite a few times, me and wifey went to Sturgis back in 2021. And yes, we had fun, but at the same time, I didn't know that there was so much more we could have done. Oh my gosh, there was so much more, bros and bros. So if you can, bros and bros, you know, man, take a trip out there. Don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? Some people are scared because they feel that they'll be the minority. But, bro, I didn't experience any of that at Sturgis. Me, my wife, when I went in 2021, also this time, man, everybody conversation is about motorcycles and where'd you travel from. That's literally it, man. And everybody is having a great time. So, if you're around the crowd to say, man, that ain't for me and that ain't for us, and I'm not trying to be the minority or this and that, that's not healthy conversation, bros and bros. Remember, you are a rider, right? And when you ride, you ride. I'm not going to be that type of rider that just focus on this side of the field and not focus on that side of the field. I'm a rider. I want to experience everything, and some things I'm going to just experience at least once, like Pikes Peak. Never again, bro. Bros, that was a one and done, right? Um, so yeah, get out and experience it, bros and bros. Some people are afraid because of them being the minority. Some people are afraid because they feel that that they don't have the mental stamina to actually ride that long there and back with a group or with themselves. So find out healthy ways to overcome that, right? It's okay to have fear. Fear is an emotion, but just don't allow that emotion to take over your lifestyle, right? Some people are afraid that their motorcycles won't make it. If you're afraid your motorcycle won't make it, bros and broettes, I encourage you, put it in the shop. If you don't put it in the shop, know a great mechanic, right? I mean, if you go to Harley Davidson's website, like for the mechanics, and you type in Equal, you'll see Equal have had all of this work done, and over 98% of that work was preventive maintenance. It's not because it had to be done and needed to be done. All of that was simply preventive maintenance, and it got me to Sturgis twice and back, no mechanical issues. It got me to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 4 IBAs, no mechanical issues. 2,000-mile IBA completions, one 1,500 miles in under 30 hours, and the other 1,500 miles in under 24 hours. We did it in 22 hours. It got me to Canada and back. Of course, you guys know that situation with the oil leak, lack of changing the ring out, but Savannah Harley took care of that when I took it to the Canada Harley dealership. So that was a minor issue that they corrected, but nothing with the bike. There was no mechanical issues with Equal. Got me to Key West and back. Got me to doing the completing the I-10 end to end. No issues. Now, well, my bike did go into limp mode on the I-10 end to end, but that's simply because in that air tank, behind that air tank under there, apparently there is a connection that you have to really connect, and any lint that gets between that connection, it causes it to go in limp mode. Pull it apart, clean it out, put it back, boom, no issue since. So bros and bros, preventive maintenance is important, man. Yes, I did the I-10 end to end. If y'all want to do that, man, go to Big Sarge YouTube channel. Man, listen, it is an awesome feeling to complete all of these challenges, man. And I look to do more and complete more and travel more. So I hope that helped bros and bros. But I had a phenomenal time overall, man. And I had a blast, man. And I am still learning. I am ever learning. But I would love for you to have that same experience, man. This is one of the main reasons that I have my YouTube channel. I want you guys to experience that as well. For all you new riders out there, man, you guys are rocking it out, bros and broettes. Y'all are rocking it out. I see your videos, man. Y'all are 2 thumbs up. Riding with Ro, man. Look, riding with Ro. She is a rider, bro. Georgia Biker Life. That dude's a rider, bro. Him and his brother. Man, you guys are all rocking it out, man. Keep up the phenomenal work you guys are doing, because these things here, man, are fun. These are our adult toys that we have fun with, and we deserve it. I rode this thing all the way to Sturgis. You would think after that long ride, I don't want to see another motorcycle. But even after I rode it to Sturgis, then it was time to have fun with it, right? Riding with my helmet off. Oh, quick sidebar. That's another thing. Bros and bros, and I appreciate the concern and the prayers. You guys like, put a helmet on. I'm in Georgia, bros and bros. We have to have a helmet. Our surrounding states, South Carolina, Florida, they have a no helmet state law. When you finally get to a state where you can take your helmet off and ride responsibly, oh, listen, broette, it's a great, I gotta cut this video short. It's a great feeling, bros and bros. You got your feet kicked up, you know what I'm saying? Kicked back on your highway pegs, got your shades on, wind blowing in your hair, and you're just, it's a wind therapy like no other, man. It really is. But if you're going to have your helmet off, you have to be, you know, that more hyper vigilant, have to be hyper aware, and just, you know, just be more responsible, because some things like, in closing, there was, I believe, 2 fatalities in Sturgis and approximately 17 motorcycle accidents. From what I hear, which was a lot better compared to last year, it was a lot worse last year. So as long as you ride responsibly. Now I heard there was tons of DUI, but we was all done before the nightfall. That's another thing, bros and bros. Oh my gosh, bro. When you do go out there, if and when you do go, try to get up early as you can and experience everything early before the other riders. Now, I will caution some of you on that. The reason I share that is because if you're going to get up early, that's when most of the, I don't want to say experienced riders, but that's when most of the riders that are not your beginner riders per se, that's when they get up. And those early risers, the reason they do that is because they don't like to be in the traffic with other bikes, etc. So if you're going to get up early, you got to remember the other bikers, they want you to get out of the way, or, you know, zip on by with them. But if you feel that you're going to be pressured or rushed, you know, by the early crowd, you can start your journey to checking out different sites at like 10 in the morning. And the reason I say that, you'll have other bikers on the road too. So now you won't feel so pressured as to having to take a curve so fast, or having to go through, you know, Custer State Park or any type of, you know, monument so fast. You have these line of bikes, and that can kind of help slow your pace. Even if you're on Iron Mountain or Needles Highway. If you guys saw that video with me and my guys on Needles Highway, man, I got my bike up to 40 to 45 miles on Needles Highway, but we was getting it, man. I was like, okay. But, you know, the first time I came, I was like, you know, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, and that suited me better because I wasn't as experienced as I am now. Am I steady growing as a biker? Absolutely. That's what I love about it, bro. I haven't fully conquered, you know, my skills yet, and I'm steady learning. The biggest room in the world, bros and bros, is the room for improvement. I refuse to leave that room. But bros and bros, I hope this information helped. And like I said, man, it's Sturgis is awesome. I would love for you guys to experience that. And when I say Sturgis, it's not just Sturgis itself. It's everything that comes with Sturgis. Custer State Park, Needles Highway, Mount Rushmore, you know, all of these awesome rides, Devil's Tower. Guys, please check it out, bros and bros. You know, trailer your bike there, ride your bike there. Me personally, you know, I kind of like these bragging rights in the motorcycle culture. So another reason why I rode instead of trailing or whatever, because I wanted that patch to say I rode mines. So now I have my 2021 patch to say I rode mines, and now I have my 2025 patch to say I rode mines as well. So that's a little bragging rights. It's not vain, it's none of that. It's just simple bragging rights. But other than that, bros and bros, like I said, I really appreciate you guys' prayers and your support. And when I say support, it's like, well, are they supporting you financially? Absolutely not, bro. They're supporting me just by watching the channel and just by sheer prayers and just involvement, man. I love when everybody come up, what's up, bro? How's it going? Man, it's such a blessing, man. But man, other than that, bro, this is my 2020 Street Glide Special that I just happen to own, and God is good, and it has not given me any issues, bros and broettes, because that preventive maintenance is important. And I read a comment, someone said, oh, I see another bike in the future. Man, I'm just praying that God's will be done. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I sent 1,000,000 roses to my wife's job. Nothing. No. No, man. But no, God is good, man. But take the trip, bros and bros. Don't be scared. And I don't mean that as a poke, but seriously, I mean, don't be scared. Pikes Peak, you do that at your own risk, man. Do that at your own risk. If y'all saw that video, man, I had that oxygen, but I was just okay. So the big guys want me to go ahead and end this, but bros and broettes, look, blessings I will see you guys at church, not tomorrow, because what is this, Friday? But yeah, I'll see you guys in church Sunday, Lord's will. All right.